Welcome in. Special Streamer Awards episode.
Yes, we're going to talk about the Streamer Awards this episode. But before we do that, I'll introduce myself. And I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Hi, Mikey T. And across from me is Curbstone.
Watch this. That was the sound of me breaking Mike's cat's back. Oh, he ran away. He didn't like it.
He did not like it.
Okay.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yep.
And you are listening to the 3-1 Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
And speaking of all that in between stuff, how was your week?
I was alone at the warehouse pretty much all week, just warehousing it up. Pretty good. Liked it a lot. Not that it's really that much different when I'm there anyways, because it's pretty much, I work alone. I just have another guy walking around there sometimes too.
Just walking around.
But it was pretty good. Did a lot. Got a lot done.
Very good.
Cleaned up a bunch. Took care of business. You know, TCB as one does.
Yep. Just like the Countless Blazers.
Taking care of business.
Every day.
They do that. We're corny here. God, I haven't been to a Blazers game in a few years, but they're still, last time I was there, they're still so fucking corny.
Yep.
Oh, just so
they
low.
Bring out Digger
always, but also like the thing on the like screen, it's not a Jumbotron because it's not big enough,
course not.
but like whatever you would call that, the Tron. Just all the videos and everything they do is just so fucking corny, man. Like everything, not everything, pretty much everything media related in our town is fucking so corny. Like if you listen to radio commercials, they have like one thing they do. Get the owner to talk, this is my business and I'd like you to come to my business. And it's just like, oh my God, like we're stuck in like the 1960s here in this town. Anyways.
What radio station? I'll gotta get the Game Hub on there.
All of them, dude. Radio's dead, dude. Don't even bother. Just get advertised locally on Spotify, dude. That's where you gotta do.
Hello.
But yeah, anyways. God, that was quite the diversion. From work to the fucking Blazers. So it was basically just, you know, the usual at work. They were dividing up this roasted garlic from bulk boxes into smaller saleable boxes. So the fucking warehouse just reeks of garlic. It's just brutal. But yeah, I guess I'm going to be alone at the warehouse again tomorrow and then back to normal after that. So that was pretty much my week besides gaming, which I'll talk about later after you tell me about your work week.
Same as usual. Same old. Nothing really going on.
No. Did you hear back about your whatever it was? What did you put in? What is it called?
$1 million proposal?
Your proposal, yeah.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
We put in a bunch of other things for companies to try and get more work, but not a lot of people out there want to pay you the good money, you know?
They just want it done for cheap?
Well, yeah, because they're a sub, and then they sub you the sub.
So you got to go straight to the main.
Straight to the source, the name brand.
Yeah.
And we've been trying that lately, so it's good. The week just kind of flew by. It was only a 4-day week, which was good. And now the weekend has flown just by, as usual, as it does. But in other business news, still don't have a place.
No?
Game Hub still homeless.
Well, I thought the one downtown was a go.
Nope. As soon as we were like looking at it last week, and then I messaged the person, they're like, oh yeah, it's been taken off the market.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, great. That's good. So now we're looking up by the Save-On area, because that place where Haven Games used to be, no one's there yet. And it's 2,500 square feet. So,
but like, didn't a gaming store just fail there?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Okay.
But I mean, if you go into the game store over there now, you might, who knows? It just looks the same.
So just wait them out.
We don't. I mean, if it happens to be that they move out of there, we will probably take that spot.
Yeah.
But as it is, we have to get a spot open now to bring everyone the premium gaming experience that they deserve.
Oh, okay.
And
I see. I got
that's
it.
part of our word board.
Premium?
And we want premium associated with the Game Hub brand.
Subscription?
Premium subscription.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
Just a premium gaming experience, you know? We want everyone to go in there and feel like they're not walking into their local mom and pop store with folding tables and folding chairs. Like,
Okay.
what are you doing?
You
Get this
come
out of
in
here.
and you get a nice warm towel to wipe your face off.
Yep.
Red carpet treatment.
Red carpet treatment, a little deodorant spritz, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deodorant can at the door.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have that deodorant can at this store. It's a gaming store.
Yes. But it has to be a non-odorizing deodorant. So it just has to take the odor away while leaving you feeling fresh
Some
and non-smelling.
Febreze.
Yeah, just
Febreze.
Febreze the armpits. Just
Exactly.
You're good.
Not
Get
just
out
the
of
armpits, ass and balls too.
if I can smell
Ass and
swamp
balls.
ass and
Yeah.
crotch balls in the store, that's
Bye bye. Banned for life. Bye bye.
banned for life. Yeah, get out of here.
Bye bye. See you
'Cause
later.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Yep.
But yeah, that's part of what we want to do is have a premium gaming experience, something you can't get in town.
Mm.
And right now, that experience you cannot get in town. Still, even with the new store open, I don't think it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not there. I haven't been in there.
You haven't been in there.
No, I haven't been in there yet.
Okay.
But I wrote the entire write up of the store, like my competition analysis for the
Yep.
store. I wrote it up
Mm-hmm.
and asked the business partner. I'm like, "You've been in here? Is this accurate?" And he's like, "Yep."
Okay.
So I didn't even need to go in there to know exactly
Perfect.
what was happening.
Perfect.
I just I just know.
You divined it.
I divined it.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to
I
get
like
that
it.
spot up there.
Mhm.
You know, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than the one downtown because it
Mhm.
is 1,000 square foot bigger.
Yep.
And it's in a very lucrative area, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Though,
I don't even know where the other one was.
the old Ruckers,
Oh.
Mr. Mike's.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
So there's a lot of, we'll be having Tiger Ramen every lunch.
Mm,
'Cause it's right by the Tiger Ramen.
Yummy,
which is
yummy.
good.
I rented a few PlayStation games out of that when it was Superior Video, I think.
Ooh,
Something like that there.
yeah. Yeah,
It
there
was a
something like
video
that there.
renter
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Superior Video
I
or a
think so.
Blockbuster.
I think
or
it was
something.
Superior Video. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah, that'll be a good spot if we manage to get it anyway. I mean, we went into the bank yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not yesterday, but Friday.
Mhm.
We got the business partner changed over
Mm-hmm.
and on the bank account, and then we're like, "Hey, this is how much we need." And our bank lady was like, "Nope, you gotta talk to somebody else. I'm not authorized to provide that amount."
Fun.
And I'm like, "God damn it! How long, or how many times were we just gonna be bounced from person to person
Just forever.
trying to get this done?"
What bank are you doing with?
CIBC.
Classic CIBC, right? Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, they're the ones that I've been dealing with for, I don't know, the last 10 years or whatever.
Mhm.
They've been my bank.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just went to them naturally.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't work out, then we're going to have to go back to Community Futures or Venture Kamloops or something like that
Mhm.
to get the funding.
Yeah.
So I think our funding offer now, it's not as much as I would like to get, but
Mhm.
it's a more reasonable price for a company to provide that kind of money to a small entrepreneur
I guess
with
so.
not a lot of business experience, right?
What are you talking about? You have a successful power washing business.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Even getting more successful with the detailing.
Very good.
I've been making lots of posts on Facebook of
Nice.
befores and afters.
Befores and afters. I see
Befores
them.
and afters every other day.
Yep.
It's a before, it's an after,
Yep.
which is nice.
That's good.
It's good. It's very good. Yesterday,
Mhm.
of course, we went ice fishing.
Oh, did you catch anything?
Didn't catch anything. We went to Stump Lake,
Uh-huh.
but there was no parking because everyone was there.
Okay.
Literally everyone was there. It was bananas.
What is the ice like still?
It's like 7 inches up there.
It's not too bad.
So we went to Rose instead.
Rose
Nobody
Lake.
there.
I don't even know Rose Lake.
We hung out there for a little bit. It's by God, I can't remember what it is. Horseshoe Lake, Rose
Okay.
Lake. There's another couple lakes there.
For those who don't know, there's about like 10,000 lakes in BC.
Yeah,
So.
and probably 5 of them are called Rose. So
Yeah. And there's probably like, I don't know how many around Kamloops, like 500 lakes.
yeah. There's a lot of lakes around us.
Yeah.
And yeah, didn't catch anything there. Went to another lake, didn't catch anything there. So the last lake we went to, Horseshoe, was actually, the wife said it was pretty sketchy because the ice was only like 2 inches thick or something like that.
Fun.
She was like, "No, let's go."
Yeah.
So we're going back, and she's like, "Let's get Taco Bell."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
oh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. My only experience with Taco Bell was disgusting. I didn't like it. So I was like, what about quesada? What about Riki Tiki Taco? What about this?
What about any other one?
And she's like, there's no drive-thrus on those. We got to go to a drive-thru.
Oh, do you gotta go through a drive-thru?
So I was like, okay,
all right,
we'll go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll get KFC.
Oh God.
Instead. And so we go to Taco Bell, and I'm like, and she orders the 2 Dorito Nacho Supreme tacos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get tacos too.
Yeah.
I got like the Supreme box.
Okay.
And the Supreme box has a lot of freaking food in it.
Yeah.
It's only $14.
It's in the name, Supreme.
Yeah. And there's so much food in it. And I was like,
Yep.
man, that's a lot of food. It was heavy as frig.
Yeah.
Get it home, crack it open, eat it up. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so full. And it was actually really good.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was really good. So yeah, that's weird. It was weird that the food was actually pretty good, but I didn't order any hard tacos because I knew they'd come soggy anyway.
Yeah.
I got the soft taco. It was actually really good.
But then
I pooped. I've pooped 3 times already.
Oh
today.
my God. That's not good. Clear you out anyways.
It did clear me out for sure.
Gross.
Did you watch anything?
I watched Echo.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Echo.
I didn't watch anything else though. I did not watch the Marvels. I was too busy watching me play Yakuza.
Okay, I'll just move the creator down to where we talk about Echo.
Oh, I see. I did watch True Detective.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, True Detective.
Yeah. So there's a couple things we watched anyways.
We were like, oh, there's no more True Detective left. Oh.
I know. So sad.
Yeah. Doug Jr. From the Discord, from the chat, he was like, hey, I'm playing Helldivers. So I was like, okay, Twitch just paid me. I'll install
Douglas Jr. was playing it, so you're like, I'll get it.
I'll get it because you're playing it.
Yeah.
And it is exactly as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It is Helldivers 1, third person.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same mechanics, exactly the same kind of like pick where you land, do all these quests so that you can find, but third person, 4 people.
Yeah.
That's what the first one was as well.
But
they lean extremely hard into military satire and like Starship Troopers and stuff like that. It's extremely that way, and it's extremely funny that it's that way. There's a lot of doing things for democracy.
Yep.
A lot of shoving democracy down people's throats, down alien bugs' throats, blowing them up with democracy missiles.
But doesn't it just look like Starship Troopers with hey, now there's an ATST in it as well?
Yes, essentially, yeah, because there's the bugs, which are, your Starship Trooper bugs. Yeah. And then there's the automatons or automations or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
And they're robots.
Yeah.
And so you've got dudes in ATSTs, giant tanks, and those things just destroy you.
Oh,
they're so difficult to fight because they're armored up. They have one little weak spot, but it's very hard. When you're shooting your guns, it doesn't go where you're aiming. It does a thing where it's floating around. It's shooting everywhere. There's no predictable recoil pattern. It just goes.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff to unlock with war bonds. So you get new armor, new weapons, new emotes and all that kind of stuff. But it's all locked behind war bonds, and you get X amount of war bonds per mission. Depending on how many bonus missions you do, you get more war bonds.
Yeah.
And it's just a silly fun time. Whether it lasts, I don't know.
Is it like Destiny 2? Are you going to be
Probably.
Okay.
I would imagine so. So it's essentially, there's a big galactic war going on. There's Super Earth right in the middle of the map. And then there's all these quadrants, and the quadrants are being held by, either the bugs or the automatons.
Yeah. And
you can go and fight either one side, which helps push to the total of your dominance to take the map parts back.
Yeah.
And there's 3 in a circle. There's a circle around Super Earth, and then automatons on the top left, and bugs on the top right, and there's nothing on the bottom, which means there's going to be another faction that comes in sooner or later. Yeah. And it's just pure PvP. You can make a PvP if you want, because friendly fire is fully enabled. But you get, 50 minutes a mission, 40 minutes a mission to get all the way around the map, do what you need to do. And it takes that long a lot of the times. And then you have to get to extract.
how's the variety of stuff to do?
There's a lot of variety. There's a lot of little mini games. Everything you do involves like controller input. So like if you want to activate the terminal, you got to go left, left, down, down, up, up, down, left, right, or whatever to activate the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do those. There's these things called stratagems that you can call in, which is also the same thing, doing controller input. So like if you want to do an airstrike, like the one airstrike I have is down, right, up, left, or down, right, up, left, up, right, something like that. Then you just throw, and that's an airstrike. And you just throw it over there. Big airstrike comes.
Yeah.
It's extremely explosive. It's beautiful. It's amazing. The graphics are great. All the environments are super beautifully done. There are sometimes when you're fighting the bugs, there's these trees that put out mist and spores and stuff, and it makes it so you cannot see whatsoever.
Sporific.
It gets sporific, and then the god rays come in and like are bouncing off the spore and fog, and you can't see crap. And then all of a sudden the bugs are just on you, and it's great.
Oh yeah. Is there any story besides democracy is good?
There's no story except democracy. Put it into everything.
Okay.
It's good.
How much does it like Outriders?
Not even close.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. It feels, I don't know. Does it feel better? It feels weird.
Okay.
It's a little bit weird to play.
Okay.
Because there's no jumping. The running all feels
Sounds
weird.
like Outriders to me.
Yeah, I guess so. There's no jumping in Outriders. There's no cover-based firing, though.
Okay, well, Outriders was big on the cover.
Yeah. You're pretty much crawling around, trying not to get spotted sometimes, or just blowing the hell out of everything.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, it sounds, I don't know. Sounds like it should be free to play. Really.
It literally should be free to play. Yeah. There's a premium currency in the game already.
Oh, yeah.
With a premium battle pass that you can buy. And the keeper, T-Luck, he bought the full DLC kit that has the premium battle pass on it. So he's got like a special like Super Earth Cadet tag in his name. And he's all like gold and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got overpowered armor. The game is incredibly pay to win.
Pay to win? Oh, wow. That's not
pay
cool.
to win, but there's no PvP. And it's all cooperative.
That's lame.
I've got mixed feelings on it.
That seems lame as fuck.
And there's also, there's every day there's the premium currency store resets. You can get different armors in there that affect how you move or how you shoot or all that kind of stuff.
So you can't get that golden ass armor by just playing a lot?
No, you have to buy the premium
lame. Package. Lame.
That's one of the things. That's how they're making their money, I guess.
Well, it
$50 game plus a $20
plus pay to win
in
a multiplayer game. Like, it's a different story when it's a single player strictly game.
Yeah,
like if you want to buy like an overpowered thing to run through the game, whatever. But I'm in a group with you, and now we're struggling to survive, but you're just like shrugging it off because you've got super armor. That seems lame as fuck to me.
That is exactly what he described it like, because he was playing. He jumped into like a game with some like super high level guys, and they're just dying all over the place. He's fine at like level 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Just because he paid to win.
Dude,
that sounds terrible for the player and the people playing with them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to play like that in a multiplayer game.
We were playing with him. We're matched level, and it didn't seem that bad.
Okay.
It didn't seem that bad. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was wearing the lightest armor I could possibly buy so I could run around fast enough.
Nice.
To go and do, because there's all these spots along the map that you can just go and discover them, and sometimes they have like the premium currency or war bonds or crafting material, because there's a lot of crafting too. You can upgrade your ship, unlock different stratagems and all that kind of stuff. And so all that's dotted around the map, but you only have X amount of time to do all your objectives and then get out. So you take a guy with high speed, low armor, so you can get around there and try and get all these things.
Yeah.
But of course, once you die, if you die, you drop all that crafting material.
Oh God.
And then someone else has to go pick it up.
Oh my God.
And it does tell you on your map how many of each crafting material are there. So you can kind of like be like, oh, well, I know there's this many. We gotta keep searching.
Can you respawn?
Yes, there are. You have X amount of respawns, but your teammates have to call you in.
Okay.
But unless the team wipes, in which case you all just get dropped back in.
Okay. It just sounds like another game of the moment to me.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know how they're gonna keep the longevity going.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a lot of fun because there's still a lot of stuff to unlock.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just keep playing. Let's just keep unlocking stuff because it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are they the length, the longevity for, especially for someone like me who tends to bounce around from game to game only with whatever is keeping me interested at the time?
Yeah. But it just sounds like another game where it's going to be like, oh, it's setting records on Steam for like concurrent players this week. And then next week it'll be in the dust again, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see how it performs. Yeah, and it's all going to be down to how much content they can grind out super quickly.
Exactly. The last one was Palworld, who has dropped like 80% of players already. So I'm almost not sad that I didn't try it yet. Because I feel that it just doesn't have the legs.
Especially when it's in its beta form still.
Yeah, and are they going to do anything to it? Like Craftopia is still a turd.
Have you played Craftopia?
No, but I know. I played it, so I know they didn't have enough time to actually fix half of what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where I would love to go back and just take a look at.
Craftopia?
Yeah, Craftopia. I had a lot of fun with that. I saw the potential with all the crap that they were cramming in, but yeah, it was
there's no way. There's no way.
Just like so many bugs. Stuff was weird.
Yeah, they had way too ambitious, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways, they have to narrow the scope a bit.
Yeah.
Which they kind of did with Palworld because they didn't have all that shit in it. But yeah, just even from watching it, I just am kind of like, it kind of looks like not really that, you know, good. So anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure I'd enjoy it, but it just sort of looks like I'd enjoy it more if it was better.
You would definitely enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it doesn't have enough in there.
What I watched, it just looks super fucking repetitive.
I mean, I guess.
Well, just like, okay, I got to catch this one so I can catch this one. And do this so I can do that.
That's just like any other survival craft.
I mean, I guess. I don't know, dude.
You got to get this stuff to build this stuff so you can build this stuff so you get to this area. And that's just like Palworld. You got to get these pals to manage your base properly so you can go out and get the other pals to manage your base properly.
I'm probably just coloring my perception based on my time with Craftopia.
Probably.
So, yeah.
It's definitely a lot more polished, but there's still a lot wrong.
I remember trying to fight like the deer and shit in Craftopia and being like, that's what it's going to be like in Palworld.
I'm trying to think back now to see how the combat is, if it's like similar to that. To Craftopia.
Well, I remember dodging.
I feel like it is.
Oh god, I remember fighting the boss in the little dungeon, and it was just like a fucking bullet sponge or whatever, and we just were fighting it forever, and you had to like jump around and.
There's definitely
dodging and
if with the bosses in this one in Palworld, they can be bullet spongy if you're not high enough level.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're high enough level, it's just like, oops, I one shot that. Damn it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I one shot that son of a.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Or if your pals are too high level and you try and capture a pal and you got them out and they just nuke it, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And like, at least in Pokemon, when you're trying to catch Pokemon, you're in control of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you don't tell it to like use flamethrower when it has 1 HP left. I'm trying to catch this thing. Let me throw my Pokeball.
Yeah, Palworld is definitely, you can change it so that it goes tame, but you got to do it quick.
Oh yeah,
and it's in a radial menu, so it's not like
there's not a button to do it. No. Oh my god.
Yeah, everything in that game is radial menus, and I hate it when they do that for
controller.
For on a PC game, but yeah, it's definitely built for controller.
Yeah, fair enough.
Stop radial menuing.
What can you do?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Helldivers. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know.
It's gonna be like Remnant for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna play it for a couple weeks and then be like, I got my fill of it, and then I'll play it again maybe in a year's time.
Yeah. Last night we were playing. Started at 4, I guess.
Oh yeah, you were
played until midnight.
Dude, I know.
Guess.
Yeah.
But I was on. I was doing some stuff with the business, and then all of a sudden Keeper's playing Helldivers. So I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Load up Helldivers, let's go.
Yeah.
And as soon as we load up, get in our first mission, all of a sudden reinforcement pod coming in, Captain Sexy is in.
Oh.
And then we're playing along in this mission. Near the end of the mission, reinforcement pod is coming in. AR Jake.
Oh wow, okay. Squadding up.
And so yeah, we're playing, and played another couple of missions.
That's kind of cool. You can just drop in. Yeah.
And Keeper's like, okay, I gotta go and do stuff. And Captain Sexy's like, I gotta go as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then AR Jake's like, oh, don't worry, I got friends. So 2 more people just dropped in. We got a full 4 squad stag going again. And they're like, okay, I gotta go. Jake's like, I gotta go. And all of a sudden, Captain Sexy's back in.
That's kind of cool.
Doug Jr.'s in.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, we had a full 4-man squad almost the entire time. We had a lineup of people waiting to play.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Nice. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about it of people like discovering shit in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Where they'll be like, oh, I called in this weapon supply drop, and then it like hits them and kills them, or like they call it on an enemy and it chops their head off, or you know, they'll be standing next to a hole and their friend will melee them into the hole and they die.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a Tesla gun in the game, but it doesn't differentiate between friend and foe.
Yeah.
So it'll just jump to anybody.
Oh yeah.
So there was one point where there were 2 of our teammates down on just behind a cover, and then Captain Sexy was there with the Tesla gun. He arced it towards the thing, but instead it just went over, hit the 2 teammates, nuked him, and then went off to the guy.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And there's also like airstrikes you can do.
Yes.
But you don't know how big the airstrike is unless you're the guy who threw it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're like, oh, that must be a little airstrike. It's fine. Then you get up close to it and it's like, nope, it's a 380 millimeter cannon from space.
Yeah, yeah.
Just nukes the entire area, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, it could be fun. If it was free to play, I'd definitely play it, but I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, it feels like it should be a free to play model, and where they have that battle pass with the premium currency, so that people are buying that instead of the game and getting up like that. But I mean, the premium battle pass, it doesn't have just skins.
Yeah,
there's not just skins and emotes in it. It's got proper gear, proper armor, that affects the game.
Yeah, that's not as cool. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, but
no,
whatever. It is what it is. I've noticed that the PlayStation players have been saying, like, Sony, we need to get this on Xbox. We need backup. Because that's part of the game, is it's like everyone works together to clear the map out.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's not enough players, I guess, on PlayStation, so they're getting wiped out, basically. Whereas on PC, it's a little easier because there's so many players.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So there's been a lot of PlayStation players have been like, cross-platform, let's go. Let's make it happen here. We want Xbox players with us, so that'll never happen, but whatever.
No, and especially since Helldivers has traditionally just been a PlayStation game.
Yeah, that's why Sony's living in the past, man.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, they got Destiny. They're still doing Destiny for Xbox, but I think Destiny's going to be, unless this next expansion is like blowing Sony out of the water, it's going to be end of the road for Destiny. Sony's going to come in with the old scalpel and start
cleaning
chopping people out of there.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Destiny just. Should I load Destiny up again? See what it's like?
What's the point? You know what it is already.
I do know what it is.
You'll load it up and be like, oh, I can't do the things I own.
I played during the Golden Age, and that's all.
And you'll also be like, well, all my weapons are under leveled. I got to do these quests to level it up. And then you'll go to some planet and get immediately killed, which is exactly what happened to me when I tried to play it when it went cross save. I couldn't do any of the quests that I was supposed to do because I went there and there'd be an event with like elite enemies killing me. And I was like, well, fuck this game then. So anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. They do level your weapons up and armor up to the previous expansion's power level. But that
didn't seem like it.
Well, I know the exact event you were dying in.
Okay. Perfect.
It was a world boss event that was extremely hard for, anyone who wasn't max level.
Yeah. Yeah, it was stupid.
I've done that event multiple times.
It was stupid. Did you play anything else?
A little bit of Tarkov here and there.
Yep.
But Tarkov's Tarkov.
Yep.
I got all my insurance claims in, but I didn't have enough room in my inventory to actually take it all back. So I was like, oh no.
I gotta get more backpacks.
I gotta get more backpacks. Put my backpacks in backpacks. They made a backpack that's like a hard backpack.
Yeah.
So you can't put it in another backpack.
Rude.
You can only put other backpacks in it. I was like, what is this garbage backpack?
Rude.
I just threw it away. I was like, no, just sell it.
If
I can't put my backpack into my backpack to backpack my backpacks around, no.
Backpackception.
Yeah. It's called The Pill.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's just like a little pill box, a backpack.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I don't know if I talked about it before, but they made all the new levels and then put the opening quests on those new levels.
Yeah, you
but
did.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah.
Enough Tarkov.
Yeah. Tarkov.
Turdkov.
That's all I think about.
Tarkov?
Yeah, it was how like last week. That's all I was thinking about was Tarkov. Like, play some Tarkov.
Why?
I don't know. It's still a lot of fun.
Okay.
I still have a lot of fun, even though it's extremely frustrating and you get sniped from across the map and you die.
Yep.
And then you don't know where anyone is, and it's still good. It still gets the heart rate up. It still gets the blood pumping. So that's good.
I'll allow it.
Good.
Perfect.
Other than that, didn't play anything, but you have played.
Yes. Infinite Wealth.
Infinite Wealth.
I wrapped up after the podcast. I wrapped up the last Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Yakuza 7. I wrapped that up finally. I didn't complete the game with all the I didn't 100% it obviously because it's a Yakuza game, but I beat the story and got to learn all the what happened and everything. Yeah, interesting story. They always have pretty good. Well, I shouldn't say always. I've only beaten 2 of them now, but the 2 I've played have both had interesting stories that made sense and whatever. So I got Infinite Wealth, the sequel, which is just like, holy crap. They turned it up to 11 with this one.
Yes, sir.
There's just so much shit in it. So there's like lots of shit in the last one, but this one there's just like, oh my God, it's never ending. The stuff you'll unlock. Because first thing you start out, it takes forever to get to Hawaii, first of all. So you play for like 4 hours, you're in Kamurocho. And so DSP talk, there was a whole meme about him saying Darkside Phil, how he went on this huge rant about how he's like, like Infinite Wealth is like the story of my life, like, you get screwed over. There's internet slander about you and no one believes you. And, you're just trying to do your best to be a good guy. And, you get screwed over because of this fake news on the internet. And the chat was like going off on him and saying he was like being cringy or whatever. And he went off on it. It was crazy rant about it anyways.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, what does he mean by this in the game? And it's like, the start of the game, Ichiban is like, he's got a job. He works at Hello Work. He's helping ex-Yakuza get back into regular society. Apparently, in Japan, there literally is a law, the Yakuza law, where if you're a known member of a gang, Yakuza or anything, for 5 years, you literally can't do anything. You can't you can't open a bank account. You can't it's just against the law.
Yeah. So if you reform.
Yeah. So you're basically screwed for 5 years.
Yeah.
The idea is I think that you'll think if I join a gang, if I get out 5 years, I'm screwed over. So I won't join the gang. When in theory, it's more like I want to get out of a gang, but I can't.
Yeah.
I have to continue to be Yakuza.
Yeah.
So he kind of skirts the law a bit and helps people out and gets them jobs and gets them places to stay and everything. But he sets up one of the jobs they do is Adachi has a security company. He's one of the characters from the first game. I say this like who I'm talking about. Adachi has a security company and Ichiban gets a guy who's a Yakuza who was a shoplifter. So he's like, I'll send him to work at Adachi. Adachi works with these companies as a fake shoplifter to go into the store and try to steal something. And then he will work with them to beef up the security.
Yeah.
But he does that, and literally a year later, video gets leaked on a VTuber channel showing him getting the guy a job, and then someone covertly recording them stealing from the store, and then showing them in Adachi's office with all the stolen stuff on the table, like he was buying it as a discount, So it's this whole fake thing, right?
Yeah.
So then he loses his job, Adachi loses his job, Namba loses his job. All these characters get screwed over because of what happened with Ichiban.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, what the how does he get to Hawaii? Whatever. So then it's his mom is apparently on Hawaii. He was given up. The whole story of the first game is he was an orphan.
Yeah.
He gets adopted. Then we find out he was switched at birth. So he's actually the crime boss's son, but the crime boss dies before he finds out. And he doesn't know. He knows who his mom is, but he doesn't know where she is. And apparently she's still alive. We thought she was dead. She's on Hawaii. And the guy's like, you got to go talk to her. on Hawaii. And we get to Hawaii and all these like the Yakuza's trying to find her, the Chinese gangs are trying to find her. It's like, what's the deal with this woman? Like, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
So we finally get to Hawaii, and then the game actually opens up with all the regular Yakuza side missions, sub-stories, and different mini games. So I knew there was Dondoku Island in Yakuza, this game, which is basically like Animal Crossing. It's literally like Animal Crossing. You go to the island, you have to clear out the garbage, you have to build stuff. The more you build, the better it gets. It unlocks more things you can build. If people will visit, you can ask them to stay. You know, it's just like Animal Crossing. A little less not less grindy, but faster. Because it's not based off of a real IRL day like Animal Crossing. Like in Animal Crossing, you'll get your little quests once every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Where in this game, you just go to sleep. You wake up, it's a new day, so you can go through it faster, right?
Yeah.
So I knew that was in there. I was trying to get to Dondoku Island. Everyone says it takes like 8 hours to get to this part of the game. It took me longer, but whatever.
Yeah. You're faffing about. You weren't speedrunning.
Exactly. I was trying to get to it, but I was also like not skipping stuff.
You're also, all these side quests.
Yes, yeah. So there's also like a dating app that you can have where you have to do mini games to go on dates with these girls. There's also this thing called Aloha Links, which is like Facebook in the game where you just sort of go up to people and be like, hey, how's it going? And they'll be like, yeah, let's be friends. And you can collect them all.
Oh, that's why you were always like, oh, someone else wants to be friends with me.
Yeah. So then from the first game, there was this thing called the Suji Dex, where every time you fight a bad guy, they get added to the Suji Dex, and you learn a bit about them or whatever.
Yeah.
But they expanded it to this one, which I didn't realize. There's like literally a Pokemon mini game in here where you recruit these Sujimon to your team, and then you fight Sujimon battles, and you can capture new Sujimon to join your team, and you can like merge them into different Sujimon and level them up. And I just was like, holy fuck, this game is never ending.
That's the part of the game that I was most excited for you to discover. I was like, oh my God, you're going to love this.
Well, I knew there was like a fighting thing in it.
Yeah.
Because every game sort of has a battle tower or whatever, right? And I know in like, I don't know if there was in Yakuza 0, we had one where we just fought other guys.
Yeah.
It was like Kiryu or Goro fighting in a wrestling match or whatever. But I know in like a Dragon Ishin or like a Dragon, the man who races names, there's like a fighting one where you recruit buddies to fight with you. So it's like the action fighting. But you'll have like guys fighting with you and you're fighting through the tower or whatever. So I figured there was some sort of game like that, but I didn't know it was like a friggin' Pokemon mini game, right? So I'm catching all these Sujimon now. There's also a door dashing mini game, which is basically, it's called, what is it called? It's called like Crazy Delivery or something like that. It's basically like Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Except rather than the person going like, take me to Pizza Hut, you take the pizza to them and you drive around town picking up food and dropping it off to them and they give you a tip and everything like that. Oh my God. It's just like every turn, you know, and I'm unlocking different new jobs. They streamlined the way you do your weapon upgrading in this one. I don't remember if there was weapon upgrading in Yakuza 0, but in the last one,
there was.
Well, there was crafting. I don't know if there was.
I think you can upgrade the crafting as well.
In the last one, you could upgrade your weapon, and it would be like to upgrade your sword to the next level, you need like 5 pieces of metal. You also need like other miscellaneous items, and then she'll take it and craft it. Whereas this one, they changed it to be more like each crafting material is worth a certain value. So you just need like 100 points to level up your sword. So like a base piece of metal gives you 10 points, so you need 10 of them. But then if you get like the higher level one, it's worth 100 points. So you only need 1, right?
Oh, okay.
So they streamlined it that way. There's still like 6 different items, but they're sort of interchangeable, right? So it's easier to level up your weapons. It's also in America, so everything's in dollars. It's not yen. So you'll like fight a battle and you'll be like, I found $20. You know, it's just so good so far. The graphics are better. They did a new voice for some of the characters from the first one. So the main guy, Arakawa, in the first one, he had like a gruff, like, you know.
Yeah.
In this one, it's like a higher pitched, like way more expressive voice that I didn't find as good.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They also did a new voice for Kiryu. He's the same voice actor that did the voice for Kiryu, and at least in English, in The Man Who Erased His Name. And people were complaining about it. He doesn't sound old enough and he sounds too young because it's a young guy doing it, like 20 something. I was like, yeah, the voice sounds fine to me. But the singing voice, atrocious. He sounds so bad. I did like the classic Baka Mitai karaoke song and he's singing it in English. Oof. He was bad. He was very bad. So, but yeah, I'm loving it. I've already played it for like, I don't know, 20 hours or something like that. Like yesterday. Well, my computer encountered an error when I was streaming at the end of the day, so I had to stop.
Yep, I was there for that.
Yeah, I just was like, "What's going on? I better restart my computer here."
I know. And I was like watching, and I looked down and was working on some other stuff. Then all of a sudden it went quiet. I looked up. I was like, "What the hell's happening?"
Yeah. There was something going on with my computer, so I restarted it, and then it was acting weird anyways. So I just was like, I'll stop streaming now." But yeah, it was. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I can't wait to play some more.
Yeah.
There's other, like, just all the classic sub stories and side stuff, and everything's great.
Good.
I'm loving it. New characters. At first you're like, who are these new guys screwing me over? And then it's like, oh, I recruit this guy. He's on my team. And you got the new girl, and is she screwing us over? She's sort of like talking like she's talking to someone, and like, yeah, I'm spying on him. Don't worry. And also, Danny Trejo does a voice.
Oh, nice.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he played a character named, he's like a crime boss. He's the leader of the Barracudas. His crime boss name, Dwight Mendez. I was like, his name's Dwight? That's so weird.
That is funny.
But they have a new bag.
Does he look like him in the game?
Not really.
Okay, because when I was watching too, I saw a guy and I was like, that guy looks like Danny Trejo.
He kind of looks like him because he's like an old wrinkly guy with like long hair.
Yeah.
But it's not like they scanned him or anything like that.
They got a very minute likeness.
Which is weird because they do scan, like, what's his name from Yakuza 0? Not obviously Kiryu and Majima are fake, but like all the other guys basically are scanned. So, I mean, maybe it's different. They didn't want to pay to scan Danny Trejo or something like that. But, oh, well, I guess it's probably more they had to get an English voice for him.
Yeah.
And they got Danny Trejo.
Oh, so they probably like modeled him and then
they were like, we need a guy voice for him, and then like, oh, we'll get Danny Trejo.
He kind of looks like Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Let's get him.
That was a cool fight, anyways.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it's there's like a photograph mini game where you have to take pictures of all the different like landmarks, and then you unlock you'll unlock a bonus if you complete the whole sheet of pictures.
Yeah.
The way you unlock new jobs is you have to level up your personality, and then you do these vacation like touristy things. So I went paragliding, and I fell off the paraglide, and I fell into the water, and as he's falling, Ichiban had a thought like, oh, I could thought of a new job. So I unlocked the like action star job. And like he looks like Bruce Lee because he's wearing the yellow jumpsuit,
Nice.
Yeah. But I unlocked it for him and Kiryu so they both can do it,
Yeah.
So man, I'm loving it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, good.
I've already got my $1 due value out of it. And apparently there's multiplayer.
Oh.
Eventually with the Dondoku Island, you can have people come to it, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm thinking maybe Sujimon later. I don't know because I'm avoiding spoilers, but we'll see.
It's always good to avoid.
Exactly. So I'm loving it.
Good.
Having a lot of fun.
Good. I guess I played Apex season 20.
Oh wow. Really?
Season 20? Yeah, season 20.
Why?
I just wanted to see what it was all about.
Oh yeah. Was it like Apex?
It was exactly like Apex, but more difficult.
More difficult?
Oh, you think you get pushed and third partied before?
Yeah.
Now you have to push and get third parties.
Why?
Otherwise, because there's no armor on the ground. There's no armor loot.
Oh,
you
really?
have to level up your armor, and you cannot pick up anyone else's armor that's leveled. So if you're in the final teams and you don't have red armor yet, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, crazy.
You gotta hit your shots. Like if you're going in.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, so you have to push a lot and get a lot of damage on that armor. There are little armor stations around now that will increase your armor level, like your armor points towards your next level.
Yeah.
But they're few and far between.
Interesting.
But you can also... No, you can't. You can get armor levels out of like packages and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah. It's crazy.
I guess that makes sense so they can like speed up the matches then.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure less time they go to the last sort of ring. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure games are decided before it's like last zone, you know?
We did play a lot of ranked, and it was still like they had completely reset everyone's rank again. So, you'd be dropping like, okay, yeah, there's a predator there, there's a predator over there, there's a master there and a master there.
Oh yeah.
Because I think they're still using like regular MMR again.
Oh yeah.
So your MMR is still the same, but you're seeing everyone's. It's just wild, dude.
Oh, crazy.
It was wild. But yeah, pushing, highly advisable. Getting your armor points up so you can get up your armor up because you can't pick up anyone else's armor. You can get shield cells or armor cores rather when you go into someone's loot, and that'll temporarily boost your armor to that person's armor level, but it'll slowly decrease over time.
Oh yeah.
But that's the only way you can shield swap, really.
Interesting.
So yeah, if you find you're on white armor still and like the third ring, it's like you're pretty much dead. Like there's almost no way. You got to play super defensively and try and pick people off from far, get all the armor upgrades up or armor shield upgrade stands to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
And apparently, also,
I've
been playing some Overwatch too.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, I remember you messaged me because we talked about all the free levels we got with Twitch, and you're like, I went up to level 40.
I don't know if I like the single tank meta, the 5-player team with one tank, because I was always a main tank, so I always have a shield, and I didn't need to worry about pushing up too far. I'd just protect the team. Yeah, and the secondary tank would push up to very far. But now those roles are one and the same, so you need to know when to go up and push. And I just don't know. I just don't know. They've changed it too much, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore to be a good tank.
I mean, that's just something you'd learn over time anyways. So
yeah, I'd have to put a lot more time into it, but I don't know if there's time in the day.
Were you just queuing for tank because that's the fastest queue?
Tank and healer were all both the fastest queue. So I queued for tank for like six to 8 games, and I'm like, oh my god, I won one and lost most of them. Yeah. And then I queued for healer, and I was probably 50-50 winning on that. But I didn't actually get my placements done, so
you uninstalled.
Well, no, I didn't. But then Blizzard emailed me, and they're like, hey, ranks have been completely reset. Like square one. Because when you would do when the season would reset, you would do your placements, you would pretty much be placed in the exact same rank you were before. There was no opportunity to move up or down in those placements. Yeah. With any large degree of change. But now everyone has had their ranks completely reset, that invisible MMR gone. So now when you do your placements, it's going to put you into a massively changed spot. So if you do really well in your placements, you're going to go up really high. Oh, yeah. Or if you do really poorly, you're going to go down low. Yeah. But yeah, after doing all that rank stuff, they're like, oh, hey, we've completely reset it for the new season.
So it's like, I have to do it again?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 matches or something?
Yeah, 10 matches. Oh, my God. They're not short.
No.
And getting into a match is not short as either.
Yeah.
But apparently they've changed all the bullet sizes.
Yeah.
And everyone's complaining about that. They're making the bullets like real big.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if you aim just up, an inch away from this guy's head, headshot. Don't worry. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, they're just trying things out,
Yeah, I guess. Should hop back into the battle and see into the training arena and see what those bullets are actually like now.
I saw a TikTok. They're pretty big. They were like hitting McCree when the reticule's not even like near his head. Not McCree, whatever he's called now. I keep calling him McCree. The outsider, the stranger.
The stranger danger.
I don't know.
Cassidy, that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess I played a lot of games.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. Just hopping in, playing, hopping out.
That's for sure.
Too busy doing things to really, really commit.
I guess so.